Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to another thrilling episode of Call of Cthulhu, Masks of Nyarlathotep. We are we're just gonna really just jump into it, I think. So let's just it's amazing. 2 days ago, your characters, the investigators, old friends, met their other childhood friend, Jackson Elias, only to find him horribly mutilated, which has led you on a series of strange events into the supernatural. And as it stands now, one of your friends is dead, the other is in the hospital. Now there are only three who are staying at Dr. some brownstone apartment. Just real quick, this is the ground floor. And that's the parlor where you guys were hanging out when you heard a strange noise, so you went upstairs. It took me a long time to figure out how this map works, but the stairs go back and forth, back and forth. So you go up to the second, you heard a noise, you went up to the second floor. So then you go up and around, and now you're at the bottom of the stairs on the second floor, which is the mainly Dr. Adler's residence, his private library and all this. That's like sort of his main residence, right? You guys were actually up on the third floor, where I'm sure eventually, if the housekeeper had any her way, this would have been like room for the family, for his wife and children that he never had. Hint, hint. And then she lived in the basement, and there's actually a sub basement as well. That being said, the yellow arrows just sort of show the path that you guys took when you heard the noise, a strange noise emanating from upstairs. You went to investigate, in which Mrs. Garrett, or whatever, the old housekeeper, whose torso had fallen down, was thrown down the stairs. In which you were also, in which. All right. Sorry. God damn. All right. Anyways, so you heard a very strange, sort of inhuman noise emanating from the top of the stairs. It sounds something like this.
Oh, good lord.
Thanks, I hate it.
That's horrifying. That sounds like something from my nightmares.
Anyways, so let's go ahead and make sanity rolls for seeing Mrs. Garrett's mutilated half corpse at the top of the stairs there, or midway through the stairs.
Wonderful. Sanity. I lost quite a bit.
Woody made it. Thomas Masters made it.
By the skin of his teeth.
Whoa!
Why does my average say 99? That's not right.
No, average is... No. The one is your current. The first number is your current. The other one is your maximum that you could have.
Mine for some reason says 99. That was not what I had originally.
No, that's just the maximum.
Yeah.
Score is 52.
52 out of 99.
Okay.
You start out with your power times your power, but then there's a chance it might go up. Most of the time it goes down, and your maximum goes down as you gain mythos knowledge. Which, meanwhile, did everybody make it? Oh no, not Violet. Violet, I need you to roll 6-sided for me.
You got it. A 3.
All right, subtract 3 from. So now you have 61. I need to keep track. 64.
I have minus 3, so I have 49.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, right. 49. You started out with 52. Now you're down to 49. Okay. Sorry, really quick, Thomas Masters. What's your sanity right now?
My sanity is 77 out of 99.
Cool. That's right. And then Woody, what's yours right now?
67.
57. So yeah. Cool. Just need to keep track because when you lose a certain amount of time, things get interesting. All right. However, because Violet, even a point of sanity, you do create an you have an involuntary. So what do you do?
I have an involuntary what? You broke up. I didn't hear you.
Involuntary reaction to the thing.
Oh, I scream and I take off running down the stairs.
Okay, so you scream.
Gone.
Cool. And then let me see here. La la la.
Would I be able to, like, snatch her wrist, like, before she takes off?
Oh, like grab her?
Mm-hmm.
You guys could make opposed dexterity.
Okay.
Otherwise. Oh, success. What about you? Violet also got success. The tie goes to the winner. So, well, you grab her wrist to pull her, keep her from leaving the stairs. And with that scream, suddenly you hear a different noise from above you. Something's in it. Suddenly you hear the sound. It sounds like something heavy, very, very heavy, being dragged over, like something heavy, like almost slithering or sliding above you. In fact, we're gonna go ahead and give put on the turn tracker.
Okay.
Just for purposes.
Let me throw my dexterity in there. Also, for the sake of the initiative, I do have my gun out.
I was saying you did have your gun out when you started. I did listen. Yeah, so for purpose of initiative, you do have an 80 if you want to shoot, or if something worth shooting. Oh, Silas
Hey,
is
look,
here.
I got a crit fail out of the way, even though I wasn't supposed to click that button. Good, that's gone. Done. Don't want to deal with that anymore.
Hey, let's do this. I need to clear this list because I didn't realize it still had all the guys. Can you do that again, Thomas?
Sure.
I should be able to select myself, right?
Yeah.
I can't touch my token.
Really?
Yeah.
Here. Okay, let me see something real quick. Where's your token? Da-na-na-na.
Next to Violet and Thomas.
There it is. Oh, no. I'm on the wrong thing. That would help. Oh, you know what? Because I didn't assign it to you. I'm sorry.
Oh, you're good.
Forrest Woody Bradsby. There he is. Save settings. Now try it.
Okay, I got it.
All right. I can take the nameplate off. That's kind of there. We go. Okay. Yes. So we got Thomas. Technically, well, we'll see. Basically, right now, unless you just want to shoot up blindly into the darkness, you. Otherwise.
I mean, are the lights not on in this house? Do we see this thing, right?
Hold on. You haven't seen it yet because you're up. It's upstairs and you're down. You're kind of halfway up to upstairs.
Oh, okay.
You can feel it. You hear like you hear sounds something sort of slothering around and like you hear sounds of like furniture being like knocked over and things like that. What? Oh my god! Somehow I screwed the. Okay, let's try that one more time, people. Somehow I accidentally turn orders. My apologies.
And then Pi can manually change his number, and then you just need to put it into descending order.
Yeah.
Well, if it's like previous initiatives, I think I get 2. 1 without the gun and 1 with the gun. So my 40 is accurate.
Oh, cool.
We could, yeah, you could double. Yeah, I could do like we could put it. Well, remember, because it's actually no. I'm sorry, it's actually 90 technically because it's plus 50. Okay, but for our purposes, it's fine. And then there we go. All right, so with that, the scream sounds like it's. Oh, shut up. There we go. Anyway, so you, Woody, what do you want to do? You hear something really loud.
Okay, so is there anyone else in this house aside from us?
Well, there was the maid, but.
Okay, so there's only half a person upstairs.
Yeah, somewhere.
Do you guys think we should stick around or at least call for police?
Yeah, 911.
What do you think, detective?
I'm going up there.
Alright, well, I can't let you go up there alone. I'm gonna kinda... Is it easy to ballpark where this thing is in this house?
Basically, you are on the second floor. It sounds like it's on the third floor. In fact, after that roar, you heard the sound of some wood being smashed, and it actually sounds. It's above you. The roar kind of is like in that area.
Okay.
Which, as you know, because you do know what this top floor looks like because you spent the night there, that's like near the opening to the third floor.
Okay.
So this is like a stairwell, and then that's like the, yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna try to stay in a low crawl, like near the railway, and kind of
Okay.
look up and see if I can spot it.
Okay. You can make a stealth roll?
Okay.
And what did you get? I'm sorry.
I got a success.
A success. Yeah. You peer up. Now you realize why it is very dark in the top floor here for some reason. It's which is strange because there should be lights, but for some reason they don't appear to be working. And in fact, you kind of peer up. Basically, I'm gonna move you. You can move yourself basically like right here, so you can kind of. There's enough there that you can see the third floor.
Oh, I'm sorry. If you pinged, I didn't see it.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Got it. I see it.
Is that the yeah? See, because this goes up. So you're like this is the bottom, and then you're going in an upward direction.
Oh,
so
I
you're
see.
Actually, at this point.
Okay.
I know it's really confusing. It took me a second to realize it's like the stairs just zigzag.
Got it. Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah, it took me like a long time to figure out what the hell this stairs are, and then I thought, oh, okay, that's got to be how it works.
Okay. So, you said I was able to look on the third floor. Am I able to, like, see a shape?
Yes. You, like I said, you would basically be. I'll move you up just to where you're kind of supposed to be.
Okay.
So you're so you would go, as you were walking, you go all the way up, then around this banister, and then this is the third. Okay. So you're here. You look up. You see this because there is some ambient light coming from. You notice there are there's like even in the darkness you can see there's like a hallway light here, but you see it's smashed, and you see a shadowy kind of large serpentine head. We're talking like a massive serpent.
Okay.
If you were to actually get close to it, can you write it?
Okay.
That's how wide it is.
Got it.
It's got, instead of a snake, these strange little appendages kind of flail around, and they're kind of like moving back. Their skin thing.
Is Matt breaking out for anyone else?
Yes.
Yeah,
okay. I thought I was going crazy. You're breaking up. You're breaking up really bad. Really bad.
Yeah, you are. I think you might need to adjust your sensitivity on your mic so it can pick you up a little bit more.
Let me do that real quick. Yeah. Okay.
I was kind of just piecing context clues together.
I'm sorry. Okay.
But I'll re-summarize it while you're fixing your settings.
Where's the settings?
I think it's this gear.
Yeah, go to gear and then go to
gear,
audio,
voice and video.
Yep, and then there's auto sensitivity, so you can turn that on. Or if you have that on, turn it off and then adjust your bar so when you talk, it's consistently green. Don't go all the way to the bottom because then it'll pick up everything.
I got input volume and output volume. Voice settings. Oh, here it is. Yeah, it's like the whole thing turns green.
Okay, so
turn it off?
So, yeah, turn it off, and then you're going to get a slider bar.
Oh, okay.
And take the slider down to about 2 inches from the left.
Okay. How's that? Is that any better?
I mean, that sounds continuous.
Is that okay?
Yeah.
That sounds better.
You
if
know
we
what?
need you to adjust, I'll let you know.
I wonder if it, because you know what probably happened, because see what happens, it accidentally got unplugged, my mic, so I plugged it back in.
Oh, so it lost the setting.
Right before we started, so I think all the settings got, that's probably.
Got it. Okay.
Yeah, this is a ton better.
Big serpentine thing in the darkness. It's wide enough for a person to actually write it.
As to its true size, you really don't have enough information yet.
Okay, so I don't see, like, all of it.
No, you just see this big snake-like head. And the strange thing about it is, as it's kind of like, it's almost as if it's emanating shadow from within its own skin. Like, it's,
okay.
And it has these little beady eyes, kind of looking around, but like I said, it's almost as if the little appendages are sensing the air. And so what I need you to do is go ahead and here, I will make it
here we go. Sanity.
But wait, I will make it make a sanity roll. Danger noodle.
Really big danger noodle.
Danger noodle. Oh, you don't lose any. You don't lose any sanity points, amazingly enough. What was your stealth?
It was 42.
42. Okay. Yeah, it does not. It hasn't noticed you yet. It seems to be sort of sniffing around and kind of looking around. It gives off another, little.
Okay. So is it safe to say that like we would have advanced together? I know we're taking like turns, but like is it possible to have advanced together?
Well, if you had if the other guy, but you went ahead, you said I want to look around, so you
Okay.
snuck up ahead, Scout. Meanwhile, Violet, what do you want to do?
Oh, well, I am in slight panic mode, so I will pull up my bat and kind of hold it against my shoulder and just like double grip it, and then I will kind of give Thomas a nod, basically indicating that I'm going to move with him. So the direction that he goes is the direction I'm going.
Got it. Okay, Thomas. So what do you want to do?
I'm going upstairs, man. I'm not sneaking. I'm going right up wherever I can be. Put me.
You want to run all the way up there?
Yeah, man. I'm going up there.
All right. Sweet. All right. All right. So with that, you actually have enough. You could basically run up the stairs, and you run around. You run around the corner with your gun, and you need to make a sanity roll.
All right. Maybe I don't want to get that close if I see it.
Well, okay, yeah. Well, however, you want anywhere along here. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah, like right there. Sanity roll.
Let me see your sanity roll.
Nice.
All right. Adrenaline has happened to you.
And if I see this thing,
Yeah.
I'm gonna try and take a shot at it.
All right. Well, remember, you're close enough. You can get the point blank bonus. Remember, I believe you can shoot 2 times if you want, but you take a penalty die. So actually, you can shoot 2 times without penalty, or shoot 1 time with a bonus die.
I'll shoot 1 time with a bonus die.
Okay.
See how it comes out. Number of dice, I enter 1, right?
Yes. And you know what? He will dodge. Holy shit.
No, not against Spy with a gun.
It happened again.
How
Someone
many times?
Someone screenshot.
Stop
Someone
killing my
screenshot it.
monsters!
Someone screenshot it and put it in the chat. It keeps happening. It keeps happening.
Oh my god. So wrong. Okay, it's in there. Let me see here. So he takes 22.
And we know it's not broken because in my solo session, I missed
I
like
know.
5 bullets.
Oh my god, you would miss so many times. It was so hilarious. Alright.
Oh my
shit.
God.
Maybe we're just your good luck charm, man.
Oh my
2.
god.
Oh, okay, yes, okay.
Oh
So he
my
has-
god, it really keeps happening.
Ouch. Okay. All right. Now, Violet, you just followed. Did you? Kind of?
I'm gonna stop
Follow-
behind Woody. Because if Woody's at a
Okay.
full stop, I'm kind of like, okay, wait a minute.
Okay, no problem. So then we go ahead. So Woody, go ahead. It's your turn then.
Okay. Could I do a coordinated move with Vi?
Yeah, you could hold your action and go on her initiative count if you want.
Yeah, I would like
What's the
to.
plan?
Yeah, I would tell her. I'm gonna need you to bat this thing away. I'm going to try to fit into that room and lodge it against the door.
Okay.
Get a ray. Okay. So, well, before you can do that, it's this guy's turn. And it does not like the fact that you shot it. And its little tendrils kind of look at you. And let's see. Yeah, actually. Yeah, actually. I think that's what I would do. I need to see here. La 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 la. All right. Oh yes. I need suddenly a. Oops, hold on. Suddenly a. You hear. It's staring at Thomas Masters. All its little tentacle thingies kind of get all kind of interesting around you, kind of look at you, like kind of point at you, and suddenly a massive serpentine-like appendage comes smashing through this wall. And tries and grabs you unless you can make a dodge.
Probably not. I will certainly
You have to
try.
beat his dodge. What do you get? If you get extreme success, then you
Unlikely.
die.
Unlikely.
Nah.
So not only does it's this massive, slimy sort of smoking, like I said, it's just emanating this like black, almost like shadowy kind of substance. It coils around you, pinning your arms to your side.
Well, if it deals damage, I'm at negative 17 health.
No, it does not. It actually
Okay.
It is a
Thank
grapple.
the gods.
It is a tail grapple. And it instead starts to, the head pulls back. And for a split second, you see you and Vi see Thomas there wrapped around his wrapped up in this coil, and all of a sudden that coily tail starts pulling back through the hole that it made. Okay, and now what did you and Vi want to do?
Well, the head pulled back, you said, right?
Yeah, it pulled back, so
Okay.
you're gonna have to.
Okay, well, we're gonna improv this shit. It broke down the wall, right?
Yeah, there's a hole right there, a nice big hole.
You definitely hear, Thomas just lets out like an, oh, fuck!
Okay.
And you know what? Vi has not seen this thing, and it just saw it grab Thomas Masters and wrap him up and steal him, smash him through a wall, grab him. You would make your sanity roll. Vi. Go ahead and roll a 10-sided for me, Vi.
10-sided? Ha! Ha!
Son
You
of a
face!
bitch! Are you
Damn.
kidding me?
48! Ha!
Okay, 51 now. Okay. Awesome. So, oh yeah, 49. Okay. Oh, that's right, because you had. Now you got 48. That's fine. Well, you're still doing involuntary. I don't know. What did you do? for that. What's your involuntary reaction to that? Probably go, holy shit. No, I don't know. Whatever you want to say.
Yeah, I should probably, holy shit. Yeah, and like that would be it.
Go ahead and yeah. So you can still do what you want. You did holy shit, and now you guys, you were both gonna do something together. Go ahead and do your same action, whatever.
Yeah. Okay. So
you're following. Is she following your lead? Is that the plan here, kind of thing, or?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, our plans were thrashed to shit, so we're probably both jumping in to help save Tommy.
Great. You.
I think so Vi would probably be able to wrestle him out, but I'm gonna try to jump in through the hole.
Yeah. You don't need to. Yeah. I mean, like I said, it smashed a huge hole in there, big enough for it to drag this thing. Now, well, the other thing that's cool. This is the this miniature I'm using because shit. Hold on. Sorry. There we go. Yeah, you can move by. You can go there too. Move your guy kind of at the same time. It's yeah, he's kind of help me. So, it's like being dragged through the kitchen, out the other side of the kitchen. It's like knocking all this stuff over. And then you also notice, now that you can see its full size, its full grandeur, you notice it actually isn't completely a snake. It actually has these bat-like wings on either side of it that it's kind of crawling, like using as like sort of little arms to kind of push itself along as well. And you see that it's heading towards the window, which, as you see, there's a massive hole in it from where he had already broken before. Must have broken his way in because you see the glass is all inside on the floor over here. But you guys get a chance to do something. Go ahead.
Okay. I'm gonna run through the kitchen and I'm gonna grab, I think, a big thing of cooking oil, if I can find that.
Yeah, make a luck roll.
Okay. Yes.
Woo! Yeah, there's some cooking oil. It's like in the pantry there. I don't know it's not hot or anything, but it's there.
Yep. That's okay.
Oh, I see. I think I know where this is going. Okay.
Yep.
Okay. Very nice. Okay.
I'm gonna grab that and advance as far as I can towards the front of this thing, maybe like towards its wings.
Okay. Oh, you want? Oh, okay. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
yeah.
You can just stop me whenever like the end of my turn has been reached, but I'm gonna aim to like splash this thing's wings all with this oil.
Okay. So you open it up and you start just pouring all this oil and it's all over the carpet and everything. The maid's gonna have a hard time cleaning this up. Oh, I guess she won't. Anyways,
you're not wrong.
Yeah. Well, it's okay. There's like somewhere up here is the rest of the maid's body. But anyways,
I was
Spoiler
gonna say,
alert.
I think the maid's gonna have a hard time cleaning up because the maid is dead.
Yeah.
anyways, if you pour all this stuff and then the creature looks at you, kind of goes like almost. It kind of tilts its head, like cocks its head a little bit, like. What in the hell is happening? Violet, what do you want to do?
Okay,
Yeah.
Does this remind me a lot like the creatures that we saw in the basement when we were kids?
No, it doesn't seem to be, no. However,
Okay.
Thomas Masters can make an intelligence.
I was gonna say, I have this written in my notes.
Yeah. You probably have it written in your notes. If you already have it written in your notes, if you've already come to that conclusion, so then you know, okay.
Oh yeah, this is a creature that the professor told me about. This is one of the Sandbat minions, and or the big boy himself.
Yep. What do you want to do, Vin? Bye.
Okay, being as someone who probably wouldn't have put that together, as I didn't have all of that information, but Thomas says, I will take off here. And I want to just bash the shit out of the end of this guy's tail and see if I can't get him to loosen his grip on Tommy.
Okay. Go ahead and roll to hit. Yeah, I'll give you a bonus die because it's massive and it's not really trying to defend itself. It's just kind
Awesome.
of slaughter.
Success.
Success. Awesome. Yes. You do 5 damage. You hit it, and you hear your bat. Actually, you hear a couple of like snappy noises from your bat.
Oh no! Not my bat.
And it doesn't appear to have done anything to it.
A few.
Meanwhile,
Tommy owes me a new bat.
See, well, the only way. Oh, okay. No, Tom. It's Woody's turn basically because you can't really shoot. So Woody, what do you want to do? You've poured it all out there. What's your plan now?
I'm gonna take my Valkyrie lighter out of my pocket
Oh shit!
and say, "Let him go," and I'm gonna just like drop it in the middle of this oiled mass.
Okay. You know what? You're pouring a lot of oil, and didn't have time to really be careful with it. You're kind of throwing it all over the place.
I'll give you that.
So I will you have to make a luck roll to avoid. Oh, okay.
I let myself. That's okay.
But I'm going to say roll a 10-sided and double it. The damage for
So 4.
4 points of damage. I guess most of it got on the carpet. So now
Okay.
there's a nice little and you're on fire. I'm gonna roll I'm gonna say you take 1d6 this round, and you can make a luck roll to see if it goes out, or you can stop, drop, and roll and spend a turn trying to put yourself out.
That's how the points. And
What are you down?
that's,
Oh shit! What are you down to now?
down to 5.
Yoo! How much did you have? 10?
Yeah.
Ooh, you need to make a con roll here.
Okay.
Ouch.
Ooh, I will
Oh,
spend a luck
yeah.
point for that.
Spend a luck point.
Just one.
It would have severely burnt you to where you would have passed out, but you set
I
your
imagine
jacket-
so.
You set your jacket on fire and hurriedly throw it, which lands on the table and then sets the table on fire. But yeah, this thing did not like the fire that you just did to it.
I hope
And
not.
He is very upset with you right now.
The darkness that this thing is emanating, is it still like engulfing light?
Yeah, it does. It dims it quite a bit, and you notice that's when you kind of notice like how any of the appliances or any of the lamps have all been smashed. And then see, where's Woody. Woody, I'm gonna give you a nice little. There you go. Oh, you can't even see yourself. You're on fire.
Okay.
This wood is on fire. Sorry. All right, I'm gonna move this guy away. All right, he's on fire. Oh shit! So then he's yeah. You luck. Yeah. Oh my god. And then I'm gonna have to say it has to make a dex roll in order to move, because now it's covered in flaming oil. To even be able to do its thing. Oh, extreme success. Oh god, wait. No, wait. I rolled a 65. Is that right?
It's Dex is 65 and you rolled a 3.
Oh, okay. I was making sure. Okay, I just want to make sure it wasn't doing that weird thing like last time. Oh, so it did make it. All right, cool. Yeah. So even though it is on fire and it's covered in grease, it manages to grip. The wings manage to grip themselves slightly enough, and it started dragging itself, not quickly as it could have before, like basically half its land speed, and it's slowly making its way. By next round, it should be close enough where it can use its wings to drag itself out, with your friend Tommy still in tow. But Lois. Fire! Alright. Alright, Vi. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna mutter to myself, Dad, I'm so sorry, I'm gonna need another. And as I run, I'm gonna dip my my bat in the oil, and then I'm gonna run it basically along Woody and catch it on fire, and then come around and hit the spot that I had hit before to try to break him out, and I want to hit it while my bat's on fire.
Cue the Kill Bill music. Yeah.
Don't hit me!
I don't want to hit you! Just shut up and hold still!
Alright, yeah, go ahead and make a roll. I'll give you a bonus die because it's like just trying to.
Oh! No, that's 100, right? No. Is it?
Yeah, I think
I got-
0 is 100,
you
isn't
rolled
it?
a 7.
No, I got a 1 minus 1. I rolled a 1. If you hover over it, it says 1, but I have a -1 for some reason on the roll.
What?
So did I roll a 10?
Rolling 1d10 minus 1. Why is that? What the hell?
I have no idea.
Well, no, let's look at this. 1d10
My dodge bonus and my build bonus are -1s. Is that where that -1's coming from? But it should just be a regular D10.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Well,
Because that shouldn't.
Yeah.
Because
So
even
just
even on the regular
count it
roll, it
as a
says I
1.
rolled a 7. Okay,
Um,
I rolled
yeah.
a 17 then
okay, cool.
on my 65. So is that a
All right.
is
yeah.
that an extreme success?
Yes, it is.
Yeah!
just a moment here.
Free my friend!
All right, I'll be right back.
Okay.
Hold on. He's supposed to be. Okay, hold on. How do I get back to my stuff on here? Oh, escape. All right. All right. Give me 1 second.
I does not get a second episode by himself. Not yet.
I'm just, yeah, I mean, I'm about to be kidnapped, so, you know, unless this thing dies or I die, I think it's likely I may be getting a second episode by myself.
Yeah, it's gonna
Yeah,
be a
that-
build a new character episode.
Yeah.
Oh, look! I'm looking for my brother, Thomas. I'm Larry Masters, his long-lost brother. I was
He's actually,
adopted.
yeah, he's actually the great-great-grandfather of my other Cthulhu character, not this guy.
So yeah, you know what? That is so weird. I don't get it. So let's say 17. That's a extreme success, right? No, actually, no. You need like a 13. Okay, I don't know why it's doing that. See, in mine, it's doing that.
I'll play with the character sheet.
There's something weird with the sheet. You want to do just a reroll? So you because that doesn't make any sense. Why am I? Yeah.
So I think it has to do with the build. So I changed the build to 0. So I wonder if that will fix it.
Well, I know, but it shouldn't affect the.
No, it still says -1.
Yeah. Unless, well, oh no, I get it. Because you roll from 0 to 9.
Yeah.
That's what it is. So you did roll a 0-7.
So I rolled a 7?
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Because the number has to be from 0 to 9, right?
Oh, yeah.
So that's why it subtracts. Okay. Yeah. Math is hard. Okay. Yeah. You rolled a
Stupid
7.
math.
So you got.
So yeah, extreme success.
So your damage is actually the maximum you can roll. So 9. So you rolled a 9, 10, 11.
And on
Or
fire.
6, 7, 8. Oh no, I mean 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You rolled a 10 for damage. Well, because it is 1d8 plus 1, but you have a minus. Okay, never mind. So actually, no, I'm sorry. So it's 8 plus what you rolled. 11, yeah. Jesus. All right.
Plus on fire. Do I get a bonus for it being on fire?
No,
Just say-
yeah. Actually, what is you do straight damage because you negated its defenses with the fire.
Nice. I'll take it.
So you hit it and it starts to just do this really high pitched and actually it goes and then as the fire consumes the beast and its shadowy form dissipates and like it's just gone, like it's just this black dust, and the fire is consumed. It just like it's like one of those like burning snakes, you know, you get it. It's 4th of July.
Yeah, that makes sense.
And you the only thing you have to worry about though is you do Woody's still on. Well, Woody, make a luck roll, see if you're not on fire anymore. Okay, you managed to stop, drop, and roll. You're not on fire anymore. And then, of course, I'll assume you take a few minutes to. You have a sink right here, and then I'm gonna be nice and just say that you just have some burnt. All the furniture's ruined, with either water or fire, and it smells really bad. Yeah, and there's a massive hole right here, and this furniture's all burnt. But on the bright side, you're all alive.
Dean has the money to fix this, right?
I think so. I think doctors get paid really well.
Yeah.
Oh man,
I don't know
I'm gonna
if-
have
I don't
to
know,
call home.
I don't know if insurance covers snakely god minions though.
God damn it.
It does. It traditionally covers fires, and I just like stare down at my bat, and I like flop down on the couch, and I just look very like so miserable at my damaged Louisville Slugger in my lap.
You can make a luck roll. I want to make you a luck
Oh,
roll.
can I
For
make a
that.
luck roll?
Covers
Yeah.
covers fire, but as I said, I don't know if it's gonna cover
Oh,
godly damage.
You might need to get a new bat.
I look distraught. Like I was distraught that Tommy was getting taken. Woody was on fire. We've destroyed Dean's house. But out of everything that's happened, this is like she's on the verge of tears.
That was awesome. You know, I thought you guys were gonna. I thought Woody was gonna pour it on top of Tommy, so he could like slide out.
That could have worked, but then the snake wouldn't be dead.
I mean, hey, listen, we just needed me to get another crack shot, right?
Just line
By
him
the
up
looks
for
of
you,
it,
Pi. We
yeah.
really do.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, maybe you guys are my good luck charm. My solo session, missing everything. I come back, boom, boom, boom.
I know. I didn't even want to get into it.
I'll accept that. I mean, that's kind of cool, having the good luck charm title.
There you go. So you managed to defeat this thing, whatever it was, and or at least dissipate it. In fact, why doesn't one of you go ahead and make a Cthulhu Mythos roll for those that have it?
Well, you only put I'm happy you at least have some points in it, though. I'm happy at least one of us has
Yeah.
points in it.
Because he went temporarily insane.
Yep.
He
That's
gets
how I
5
got it.
Cthulhu Mythos. And anyways, so you've managed to defeat this thing. It's you're not sure. Like you said, it reminds you of the Sandbat. Just so you know, you are. It's about like 11:30 at night, and in fact, who? Well, anyways, that being said, I need to have. Actually, no, I'm just gonna go here. I'm gonna do a D100 roll for something. Okay. Anyways, that being said, you managed to obviously just like let's not go to the third floor. Let's just board it up. And no, anyways, yeah. So that's happened. Remember that tomorrow morning, in the morning, Woody's gonna meet his contact at the Port Authority, and then later in the morning at 11 a.m. is the funeral for Jackson Elias.
Okay.
And other than that, what would you like to do?
Well,
I think we
You
should
can
probably
go.
clean up this mess.
yeah, as best as we can.
Does Dean's house have a phone?
Yes.
As the boys are cleaning it up, I just begrudgingly like go to the nearest phone and I start dialing a phone number.
All right.
I'm calling home.
Excellent.
Yep.
You calling Dad?
Not 911. We're calling in Amazon delivery.
Somebody call 911.
Yeah, exactly. I'm calling an overnight delivery service. No, I am 100% calling my dad.
Ooh. After several rings, because it is 11 at night. It's about the same time zone. Oh, you hear a very groggy. Who's calling me at this late hour?
Hi, Daddy.
Who's calling me at this late hour?
Hi, Daddy.
That?
Yeah,
Oh.
hi, Dad.
What are you doing?
Hi, Dad.
Are you
It's
all
a.
right?
I'm okay. I'm okay, Daddy. It's a long story. Oh gosh, you wouldn't believe me if I told you, to be perfectly frank. But we've got a bit of a situation. It's my bat, Daddy. It's ruined. And I just start bawling into the phone.
What? Honey, what you mean you ruined it?
I didn't ruin it, Daddy. I needed to do it. You remember my friend Tommy, right? Tommy Masters?
Oh, yeah, that funny little boy. Yeah, I remember him. What'd he do now?
He was in a heap big trouble, Daddy, and I needed to save him, and the only thing I could do was rely on old Louie, and he came through for me, but he gave his life for Tommy.
Oh, boy. Well, I'm too damn tired to hear your story right now. Well, I'll tell you what, well, you just give me your address, and I'll send you one of my newer ones. Nice.
Thank you, Dad.
You want another? I got another, another Virginia ash. I just made another one the other day.
I would love another Virginia
All
ash. Do you... I know you talked about kind of going into metalworks. Have you guys worked on that yet?
Oh, yeah. One of my aluminum prototypes? Is that what you're talking about?
Well, I call me a bit spoiled, but I mean, I did get to play with the first Louis, so I'd love to play with that one too. But if you can't, I understand that you're working on it.
You could make a persuasion.
Okay. Hey.
Well, anything for my little buttercup. All right, I'm just gonna send you metal fast.
Daddy, you're not gonna believe whose house I'm at right now. Daddy, do you remember Dino? I talk about Dino all the time, just as much as I talk about Tommy.
Yeah. The
Yeah,
lawyer's boy.
Lawyer's boy, yeah. I'm actually out visiting him right now, so where I need you to mail it to is actually his house. I'm hanging out with Tommy and Woody's here. Yeah, I'm real safe. It's just, we got in a bit of a scrap, and old Louis came through for us, as you always knew he would.
Oh no. Well, I suppose. Okay, I can definitely send that y'all to you. I'll send it Western Union. I don't know what they have. The UPS. I don't. The Pony Express. No, I don't know. Whatever. I'll send it to you right away. I don't know.
Thank you,
It'll be
Daddy.
there
You're the
probably in a
best.
couple of days.
Yeah, we'll be in the area for a couple days. Thank you, Daddy. You're the best. I'm so sorry I woke you, but I didn't know what to do.
Oh, now stay safe. And
I will.
You stay away from that Woody Bransby boy. He ain't nothing but a heap of trouble, you know.
I know, Daddy. I know. Keep him at arm's length. That's what Mama always said.
I think he's one of them Freemasons I've heard so much about.
He's fine, Daddy, but I'll let you go back to bed. Thank you again. Here's the address, and I will recite Dean's address to my dad.
Okay. Okay. Click. Oh no, don't worry, nothing. Just go back to bed, dear. All right. So. Oh my god.
Oh my god, that was so hard. As soon as you dropped in the accent, I was like, well, here we go. This is gonna be Vi's home accent.
And now you're both Hicks. How does it feel?
I love it.
That ain't nothing new, sugar. It's fine.
Yeah. Our next campaign will just be
Just all in the South.
hillbilly guys.
Dude, this
fighting
is my
monsters.
second character from the South. That's just how it rolls for me.
See, here's the thing though. If we play a character if we do a campaign in the South, that means I'm likely to have another gun.
He's never been so excited in his life.
I'm gonna be playing like a hillbilly with like a double barrel.
The double barrel shotgun.
And fucking moonshine.
So yeah,
Anyways,
as soon as we're done tidying up this whole area,
Meanwhile,
I'm just gonna lay in a bathtub, soaking.
oh, and you
because
find
I've been tortured.
you find the legs. You find the you find the maid's legs. You do know probably most likely there is the basement where she was. That was where she was at, or that's where she lived, or whatever. But you may also go to the sub basement. I mean, no one's gonna look in there for a body. But anyway, wherever you want to. He doesn't have a yard to bury it, so. Meanwhile, what is going on here? Oh, you son of a bitch! Sorry, man. Reveal areas, man. There we go. Level and roll 20 gets drunk. All right. So yeah, you want to soak in a tub. You can. I'm trying to remember. Well, we know you were severely wounded before, weren't you?
Not before, but this
I mean,
one.
you were wounded and had first aid already.
Yes.
So there's really not much. I mean, you just gonna have to.
I'm just gonna.
You're just gonna have to. It's like.
It's been a rough day.
I'll let you try to make a con roll for healing the next day of rest. In the morning. How's that? Because you already had first aid already.
Yeah, I'll accept that. I got a hard success for that.
Cool. So I'll let you get a couple of hit points in the morning.
Okay.
All right. Meanwhile, you also remember you still have these goodies. Or you guys. I mean, more than likely, ideally, or more than what would make more sense to me is that you guys would be. What the hell? Sorry. Oh, here we go. mean, those are the little goodies are in here. More than likely though, right? I mean, you guys probably rest, recuperate, clean up what's left. I don't know what you're gonna do. Cover this hole over the. This nice bay window is just a big. It's all smashed.
Does it have curtains? Maybe we just put the curtains over it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Is it possible to salvage anything out of this thing, or did the whole thing just shrivel to shit?
Oh, the creature.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it just basically left like a big long black stain on the. I guess it's almost like ash.
Okay.
Like a fine powder.
Okay.
Like black cocaine.
Like black cocaine.
Never mind. Never mind. Never mind. Anyways, yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, the wind is really blowing through here, but you guys can. There's like supplies in the basement too, and you guys could just kind of plug it up with some sheets and stuff. So it's still rather cold up here in the top, but if you shut the doors and stuff, you can basically keep the cold from coming down to the rest of the house. So,
Can I? Speaking of supplies,
yes.
could I get on the phone? And I know it's late, but can I call my precinct back in New Paltz and see about asking them to maybe we'll bring more supplies. You know, I'd call up, and if anyone answers, I'd say, you know, I'm in Manhattan. There's a lot of stuff going on. There's a lot of work to be done. There are, you know, I basically explain the thing without saying, you know, giant snake things. You know, there are murders happening. I've been, you know, I've joined the, you know, Manhattan police, but my 45 isn't going to cut it longer. Could you possibly send some more ammunition from the station, maybe a shotgun even?
It's like, wow, yeah, man. Oh, yeah. I heard you was down there. It's the old, one of the uniforms.
Mm-hmm.
Officer Flechette. Yeah, I heard you were down there. They were asking about you.
Yeah, meant to be just a vacation, but the officers here, they've roped me into their investigations.
Yeah, they had a couple of cops call, a couple of different captains calling asking about you.
Yeah, tell the chief I'm gonna be gone for a while. They've roped me in, but I was wondering if you could, if the boys back home could possibly send some more stuff my way to assist.
Yeah, I'm in the night watch right now, but you know, I guess I could call. I could ask the chief in the morning if that's what you want.
That'd be a good help. Maybe ask for some more ammunition. If any more weapons can be provided, there's something big happening in the city.
What I need to know, and I'm gonna roll it in secret. What is your persuasion or credit rating?
My persuasion, is that a thing? It is. Okay, so my persuade is 10, my credit rating is 30, but if it helps my law skill, you know, being able to understand the law, is 50.
50. You know what? I will allow, I'll use your law. You won't know if it worked or not until stuff gets sent, or until you check back in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll it in secret.
That's fair.
Okay. Guess we'll see.
Okay.
We'll see what happens. All right. Guess you'll find out. You can call in the morning.
Mm-hmm.
Find out. So you make that call. Everyone's kind of recuperating. No one actually got hurt except for Woody, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Luckily, the thing only wanted to catch someone as opposed to crushing them with their. Their bite only does 1d6 plus their damage bonus, which is only 3d6, so it's fine. Anyways, yeah. So you have you try to get as much rest as you can. It's not exactly the best sleep. You guys probably have to bunk down here in Woody's in Dean's room or sleep on the parlor because upstairs it's freezing cold even with the minor repairs that you've made. It does. You don't have enough time or the services.
Let's see. Where's my token? Yeah, I'm gonna grab the couch down here.
Cool.
I'm gonna crash in Dean's bed. I won't give two shits.
Living in the lap of luxury. Somewhere in heaven, Mrs. Garrett smiles at this.
I'm gonna fall asleep in here.
Yeah, sleep in the tub. If we got more ice,
Yeah.
You're gonna wake up to a clawed hand rising from the water.
Yeah.
I'm not even surprised anymore. Stabbed.
So you all have a rough sleep, but not enough to warrant any exhaustion. And you wake up. Remember, it's now you have, like you said, you were supposed to meet somebody at the pier.
Yeah. I probably would have swiped like an alarm clock from one of the bedsides or something.
Yeah. In fact, let's go to. Is it New York? Let's go to New York. No, that's not the one I want. Do I have a map of New York on this thing? I don't remember.
You do. We've seen it.
I know. I think I've seen it as a. Well, anyways, yeah. I think we have it as a. Oh no, there it is. New York maps. There it is. Haha. So that the New York Port Authority is. Yeah, down. You guys are over here on the east side, Upper East Side, and then he's over here. The Port Authority is here in Hoboken, across from Hoboken. This is you guys know because you remember back during the war, this was the staging area for all the armed forces to go over to France and England. But then after that, it was turned into the Port Authority terminal.
You're gonna need to move us maps. We're not with you on that one.
Oh,
I think he was just looking at the reference.
Oh,
no,
okay,
it's
never
okay.
mind.
No, I'm just here you go. Whoop, there you go. Yes, the massive Florida Port Authority. Is someone going with you? Also, I guess make well, you can make credit ratings to see if you have nice funeral clothes.
Sure.
Okay.
You don't have to. You can still go to a funeral. You know, you can be on your scrubby. I know you guys brought luggage, so it's not like.
I'll give it I'll give this a shot and do a credit rating. If not, if my credit rating fails, I'm just showing up in my trench coat, my hat, my detective gear.
All right.
I'm just showing up in my detective gear.
Well, let's see here. What's now those who failed, there is you may not have time to go get something tailored, but there is, Dean does have a nice looking closet.
That ain't gonna
I don't know. Yeah, I was gonna say I don't know what Vi's doing, but I think Thomas Masters is gonna show up and he's just gonna be like that mysterious stranger at a funeral. He shows up in his detective outfit with like a black umbrella and stands from a distance behind a tree.
What's your what is your size, anyways?
Mine?
Yeah.
My size
just
is 50.
Oh yeah, you guys could totally fit each other's stuff.
No, I could, but I look at his stuff and it's not it's like a face of disgust. Like, nah, this isn't what I wear.
Although Violet does have some. Well, the thing is, being that she has more of a night cocktail outfit more than. But whatever. It's not gonna really matter. I just kind of interested to see what the outfit was like. Okay, so you're gonna meet the Port Authority guy. Who is all going to the Port Authority? Obviously, Woody has to, but.
Oh, and like you can say that we're just gonna do all the pip stuff later, but like we've gone through 2 days now where
Yeah.
we haven't like leveled up our stuff.
No, you leveled up the first night.
Did we?
Remember? Yeah.
Well,
Remember
like
after you fought the hotel, and then that later that night.
oh
you
yes,
rested
yes,
up?
yes, I do remember that one.
Yeah. Well, you haven't done enough stuff yet.
Okay, okay.
And you really haven't. You haven't had a chance. Like when you do like the recovery phase, that has to be like
Oh, like a week or something?
not necessarily a week, but it has to be in a situation where you can well rest. The problem is your rest was basically interrupted by a giant shadowy snake monster.
Stupid snake. Okay, makes sense.
Killed your maid or a maid, not your maid, and you set yourself on fire. So you just really haven't had.
Yeah, it was a rough night.
Yeah, it was a rough night.
So,
Yes. So, yeah.
you said I could recover 2 hit points in the
Yes,
morning, right?
go ahead.
Okay, done.
So you, and of course, I think you probably got up nice and early and probably bandaged yourself as well as you could, you know.
As well, yeah. Whatever I could muster.
Yeah. In fact, let me see here. Roll a 20-sided for me. What did you roll?
13.
13. Yeah, luckily for you, most of it was your 13. Oh, actually no. It was your arm was mostly burnt, but just along the the forearm and near the shoulder mostly. So like no one would really notice it unless you wore like a t-shirt or took off your shirt.
Okay.
So you could have the bandages underneath unless somebody like looks really close or.
Okay. I think I'll just wear.
Hopefully no one will like give you a nice hit on the shoulder. Hey, how's it going, buddy?
Yeah.
Ah.
I'll just
Anyway,
wear gloves to cover that up.
So you managed to get to So yeah, the Port Authority. You go. There's a guy named. That's funny. There's a Port Authority guy, Jonas Ackerlund. He's like he's an old salty old man. He's in his younger years. He was in the Merchant Marines and has been all over the place. But he's settled down at the Port Authority, and he kind of helps run the massive amounts of shipping that goes from place to place. Oh, I do. Who's all going? Is there all going with him?
I would be going, yes.
All right. So
I would go too.
Yep. As you go to the Port Authority, you see the massive piers there and the giant ships and whatnot. Not too far from Emerson Imports, by the way. But he sees you. He's a salty old man with a beard and a little cap on. And he's definitely a craggy face. You're not really sure if he's 30 or 70. He's like that kind of weathered face. And then he sees Woody and he goes, kind of does a little motion to the left, and he begins to walk slowly around to the side of one of the warehouses.
I'll follow.
You follow? All right.
Yeah.
Do the others follow as well?
Yeah.
I want to
I'm gonna
stay.
Okay.
I'm gonna be sticking with him because he's
You have
prone. He's prone to self-combustion, and I'm a crack shot with a pistol.
Great. Vi, what do you want to do? Do you want to just stand around? Remember, you guys probably I'm sure you took Dean's car, so there's no problem getting around town.
Yeah.
What do you want? All right. Okay.
So I want to be close enough to kind of listen in, but far enough away to basically be eagle eyes in case something happens. But I will be I'll be pretending to read a book, and then every now and then, like sitting on the hood of the car, and every now and then, look up and glance around. But I'm mainly listening and keeping an eye out for anything that looks suspicious. And my go-to if I spot anything is I'm gonna go back to the car and I'm just gonna lay on the horn, and the guys would know that. That's the signal that you need to move, and you need to move
Woody,
now.
you and Woody probably have all these little routines, planned out. like your
Oh, yeah, for
secret
sure.
like your secret code knock and all that stuff.
Yes, the honk honk vroom vroom maneuver.
So you, oh god. Shaking surprise. Meanwhile, you. So yeah, he's by the time you turn around the corner and he's over there in the alleyway between these two warehouses, and he's already got he's got a pea coat and he's already got a corncob pipe. Mr. Brodsby, how are you these days, my friend?
I felt better, but you know, I can't complain.
Who's the fella with you?
A childhood friend. He's good.
Looks like a cop. Well,
He does give off that vibe, but I'm gonna take out I'm gonna count 5, 10, 15 bucks.
Oh, 15 will work. 15, yeah. So, that's a good amount. All right. So, yeah, that's like a lot of money.
Yeah, it's like over 200.
Yeah.
That's pretty decent for just, you know, information.
Yeah. All right. So, I know. You've always been good right by me, Mr. Bradley. So, what is exactly you wanted to know about the Emerson imports? Is that it?
Yeah. And a little bit more if you happen to stumble across those rumors. The Gray Lady, in particular, it's a ship from Mombasa. I'm wondering if you know anything about the crew and the people that have been coming across.
Well, I can tell you this. Yes, Emerson imports the Grey Lady. Interesting thing. The Grey Lady didn't start coming here until about the last 7 years ago. After the young Emerson, well, young, he's 50 now, but the son of the founder took over the business. Strange thing that was. Him and the old man were always fighting over how to run the business. And then one day old man Emerson, he went out to check something out there by the pier and he fell in on an accident.
Is that what everyone thinks? That it's an accident?
Well, rumors that the boy and the son and the father didn't get along very well.
I see.
They wanted to expand the business, as it were. I can't help but think that these needs for expansion seem to have come along when the teetotalers took over, enacted their stupid, that damned prohibition law.
Yep, that annoyed a lot of people.
This is New York. I can tell you, even the most legit company has probably done a little, side business, if you know what I mean. He kind of touches his nose.
I see.
There's too much money to be had.
There is a lot of
Damn
money.
thing. Government fools. All they've done is make it, when you take away something, it just makes it more tantalizing, Anyways, from what I understand, that ever since he took over, the Grey Lady started making shipments. Strange thing though, when you look at the manifests, there always seem to be more crew coming in than leaving. Emerson seems to do a lot of hiring for folk from the old country, from Africa.
I see.
Yes, and of course the business, it was struggling for a while, but apparently you guys got a load of some kind from that Carlisle fella.
I see.
Ever since
The
then,
one in the is that the Carlisle that's been running around the news?
Oh, you mean the old, the Prince of New York. Yep, that's the one and the same, the one that disappeared.
Oh. Okay, that is interesting.
Yes, the Grey Lady. Strange thing is, a Grey Lady. You got the Grey Lady, and then you got the what's the other one? The Dark Mistress.
The Dark Mistress. Yeah.
Yes.
What can you tell me about that one?
That one seems to go to China. Doesn't make much sense. Stopping through Manhattan to go to China. Most places, most sea routes go the other way. Through the Suez.
I see.
But this one seems to take the scenic route for some reason.
Did this ship also start shipping around the same time?
Come to think of it, I believe it did. Yes.
Interesting. I believe there's another ship, the Adelaide. Is there anything strange about that ship?
The Adelaide. I can't say I remember too much about that.
All right.
But, you know.
What can you
Carry
tell
on
me
business,
about
these guys.
I see. What can you tell me about the crew from China? Is it following a similar pattern to the Grey Lady?
It seems to go on in China. Now there's a strange bunch of folk. Whereas the one from Lumasa keeps to be losing crew members, newly hired to the Emerson Imports. This one, a strange bunch. Saw one time there was a couple of fellas out there gambling after a hard night's drinking. Out gambling out on the pier. They said one of them fellas from the the Grey Lady? Sorry.
The Grey Lady's the African one, and the Dark Mistress is from
Yeah,
China, you
from
said.
the Dark Mistress. Yeah. Said he saw one of them fellas. He asked for a cigarette. Went to light it. Scared the bejesus out of him. Said he was big as a house, this boy. Bigger than any president you ever seen from China, that's for sure. Huge. Didn't have so much of a mustache. It looked more like it was fleshy. So ugly,
see.
son of a bitch. Said he was so ugly you would have thought he was a frog or something. The smell, he said, the smell. Fishy. But after he got the cigarette, damn dude, damn fella, went back up into the boat. And that's the thing about the Grey Lady. Now, most of these guys, when they're on these trips, like when I was in the Merchant Marines, you couldn't wait to get to dry land, so you could spend your earnings on wine, women, whatever else may be of use. Whatever
Right.
advice you wanted, so that you could get back on the ship. But these guys, they never leave.
They don't go to port.
No. The ship does, but they only stay long enough to get everything off. Get everything back on. Crew never leave. Oh, except for one fella. I can't remember his name, but he was a Norwegian fella. He liked to drink. He sure did. Like he was trying to drink to forget.
I see. Do you have any known bars that this Norwegian fella frequented?
Well, you know, speakeasies, here and there.
All right.
I can't say I'd mostly seen him around. A lot of times he just wanted to buy stuff, buy the booze, and then go back to his cabin, apparently.
Okay, that's. Wait, you said his cabin? Oh wait,
Yeah.
on the ship.
Back on the ship, yeah.
Okay, okay.
I need
Okay.
Vi to make an appearance roll.
Oh, okay. Mackenzie's coming back.
Okay.
Run, run!
All right, I'm back. Appearance?
Yeah.
Sure. Appearance. Hard success.
You're
Oh God, he's
waiting
bad.
reading your book. Hey, you hear a voice behind you. Hey. Get a load of that tomato. See a couple of guys, longshoreman types. One guy, he's like trying to like brush his hair with his hand to like push it so it looks his idea of looking good. Oh, hello, lady. What brings a pretty flower like you to a place like this?
Goodbye. I just want to read.
Oh, you need to loosen up. Reading is so boring.
Reading would get you a lot further in life if you tried it.
Ooh. Come on, lady. I know a great place just down the road. They got jazz and they got booze. Come on, Toots. Don't you want to go dancing?
Yeah, I don't need
Damn, it's a shame you don't have a baseball bat anymore.
I know.
I feel like this would have been combat if the baseball bat didn't break.
I know. I have to play this completely different now.
What are you gonna do to discourage him, I suppose?
Well, it's none of your business, but I know how to get into those places probably a lot better than you can. So I'm not concerned.
Make a persuasion. It sounds like one of persuasion to me, but
That's a bad failure for me.
oh, really? Well, maybe you should take me out on the town. Me and Johnny over here. Yeah. Since you know all the good spots, why don't you show us around, Toots?
Why would I take anybody like you to any good spots?
Oh, come on now. Don't be like that.
So I'm sitting on like the hood of the car. Are these guys at like the front of the car?
Yeah, they were behind the car. Now they've kind of sauntered their way over to the front.
Okay.
And one of them actually, he leans over and his hand is slowly moving up to the hood. Like he's kind of, you can see he's staring at your knee.
Oh yeah, I'm sure. I will
Hey, baby.
purposely and seductively slide off the other side of the hood. So like if they're on the front or on one side, I will slide off the other. Just enough to get them distracted, and then I'm gonna go around to the driver's side window and be like, hold on boys, I've got to put my book away. And like I will seductively lean in, and as I do, I will lean my shoulder against the horn.
You guys hear this horn going off. Hey, they kind of look around like.
So if I hear this while Woody and this dude are in conversation, I'll just throw Woody a look and I'll turn around and begin walking back to the car. And I'm walking up like fucking Clint Eastwood, hand on the holster.
Okay.
So as soon as I see Tommy, I'm gonna say, officer, these gentlemen here were talking about illegal substances and happen to know where they are. I really think that you should take them in for questioning.
I look at Vi, I look at the guys, and I say, well, that sounds like a pretty good idea, gentlemen.
I will grab the one that's closest to me as he's panicking, and I will lean up and I will whisper in his ear, maybe if you rat out where the place is, he'll let you go.
You make an intimidation real quick.
Okay. Do I get a bonus die because Tommy's there with his gun?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
And I just want to describe, that's good, but I do just want to describe the scene. His he doesn't have his gun out per se, but he has flashed the part of his trench coat to reveal the holster that has the revolver inside of it.
You succeeds. So he's like, well, okay, I was just kidding. I didn't know of a place. I was just, I was just gonna find, I was just making a conversation. I was just, just trying to get your attention. I don't really know where anything is.
You're being a
I
really
just go
bad
home
liar.
and I drink at my house.
Can I tell if he's being truthful or not?
Yeah. You can make a psychology.
Sure. Dang it.
You don't know if he's telling the truth or not, but he's like, whoa, wait, no, there's no need for the violence here, sir. We're so sorry. We're gonna. You can. Tommy can make a psychology as well since he's there.
Oh, that ain't gonna work.
What kind of detective are you?
I'm the kind that shoots people first.
I'm the shooting kind of detective.
I'm the shooting kind of detective, man.
You're gonna detect these bullets.
Exactly.
Wow, Pi, way to nail it in that you're not that kind of detective.
I'm not. Listen, I'm good. I'm the type of detective that searches for things, finds things, and then shoots people. I'm not the let me talk to this person and figure out if they're lying. It's more like, if you don't tell me the truth, I'm gonna punch you in the mouth type of detective work.
Well, you are absolutely convinced that he's lying.
If they're not giving up,
I know, that's very good.
I'm just gonna look at both of them and just say, we're like, what are we? We're like on a dock. Where are we again?
Yeah,
Sorry.
you're like at they're like near on the pier, and there's warehouses. These piers are huge, right? They're hundreds of feet long, and because they're meant to, meant to accommodate giant ships, So there's like all these people like in the warehouse. Like, you kind of made a scene here. The people are like, "What the?"
I'm just gonna look at them and say, and I'm gonna kind of like do a head nod behind me to like one of the warehouses, and I just say, just keep walking. If we see you around here again, you're coming with me.
Then one of the foremen goes, "Hey, you two, back to work."
Boss is calling, boys. Better not be late.
And the one that you intimidate, he fell over, and he's like crawling away, and the other one just like, I gotta go, and he ran off. He had kind of ran off after he started harassing the other guy, so he was, way to keep it in there. As far as the, that's pretty much all the information that he has. However, you did pay him so well that he is going to also, he can investigate more on his side of things, but he'll have to he'll have to peek around and like kind of poke around in the manifests and the harbor records and things like that. It'll take another couple days probably.
I'm not sure if I missed the introduction, but does this guy have a name? It seems like I know him pretty well.
Ackerland, yeah.
Oh, Ackerland, as an ACK.
Yeah, I'll put it. Yeah,
Ackerland.
Jonas. His name is Jonas Ackerland.
Jonas Ackerland. Does he go by Joe or Jonas?
Yeah, Jonas.
Okay, Jonas. Okay. I'll tell Jonas. Okay. Well, that's my cue to get going, Jonas. But
tell you what, when you're ready to meet again, let's go somewhere a little less public.
Okay. Let's do that. I'm gonna give him another let's say $5 and say,
Okay.
if you could keep an eye out for like-minded folks like us. It never hurts to grow out the network a little bit.
Sure.
Okay, keep safe, Jonas.
If one of us were to die, could you recommend someone? All right. Yeah. So no, it's yeah. Anyway, so that kind of gives you the time to now make it to after all that, now it's kind of time for the funeral. Or it's very soon, or it's coming up later that morning. And there was also going to be the reading of the will afterwards as well.
Okay.
Sound like a plan? Or do you wanna
Sounds like a plan.
You have time to go. I mean, it's at the Cypress Hill Cemetery, which is over in I believe it's in Harlem somewhere.
Here I go Googling it because I live in New York. Cypress Hills, yes.
Yeah, Brooklyn and Queens. Oh, okay. So that's where's that in relation to Manhattan? Oh, okay.
It's
yeah.
about like a couple hours away.
Oh, yeah, it's over there. Yeah, you can't take the 495 hasn't been invented yet. So, oh my God, I gotta tell you, one time did I tell you like a couple summers ago, we drove I have a camping trailer, and we drove from Washington State to Maine, and we screwed
nice.
up. We screwed up, and we ended up on the George Washington Bridge. Because we had come from Texas, and and we were stopped in Tennessee and all that stuff. Man, it cost us $50 to just take the bridge and then go into New Jersey, which was another $35. Yeah, it was awful.
Oh, yeah.
Let's not make that mistake again. Yeah, it was jacked up.
Lessons learned, I guess.
Yeah. What was our adventures in camping? Anyways, meanwhile, so yeah, you make it up the Cypress Hills, and you then, it is a somber affair, as by the time you get there, remember it's still winter, so there's basically, you see Carlton Ramsey, the lawyer that came to you the night before.
Mm-hmm.
It is a brief and non-denominational ceremony taking place during a light snow shower. The turnout is small. Only a few mourners, apart from the investigators, are there. Including, not only do you see Carlton Ramsey, as well as you also see a man with a short, middle-aged man. Come on, dude. A short, middle-aged man with glasses. He's wearing a very average sort of suit, a little bit shabby, and he appears to be accompanied by a much younger lady. She looks somewhat mousy with little glasses on as well. Sitting next to her. Near the back, you see another woman who. Oh, shoot. What did I do? Oh, okay. Who is fairly dressed in a fairly not too fancy, but certainly well put together outfit. But she you also noticed that through the entire time she has okay, that's what's going on. I put you notice she appears to have some sort of notepad in her seems to be scribbling into a small notepad. She kind of has it on her lap. This is kind of near the front. He's kind of on the other side. This woman's on the other side. This woman's in the back. And then there's a small, like I said, there's a guy. Yeah, that's about it. And then, like I said, there's a non-denominational priest, probably one that they just hired, who gives a very sort of vague, well, this young man cut so short the prime of his life. I'm sure that he has gone on to a much better place now. And the funeral itself, like I said, it's held in the snow. They're having the funeral here, but eventually, you do know that, as you know, we were having the funeral here today. It was, and once the spring thaw spring has returned, we will then put him in his final burial place. But remember, as long as you remember poor Jackson Elias, which is of course a closed casket funeral, remember that as long as you remember him, he will always still be alive. In a spiritual sense, I suppose. Yes? Wait, what? What happened?
Well, I was just trying to write it out, but didn't the lawyer tell us that in his last will and testament he said that he wanted to be buried within 24 hours of his death?
Yes, but unfortunately, unless they have dynamite, there's really no way to. The ground is frozen. It's the middle of winter.
Oh no!
What are you guys worried about?
Zombies. To be frank.
Zombies, come on.
That's a good point. Did cremation exist in the 1920s?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
What?
Too bad we don't have a rich doctor friend who could probably pay for cremation.
Was cremation around in the 1920s? Cremation was invented, according to a Google search, around 3000 BC.
All right, cool.
So you're saying it's viable?
Okay.
Well, it's just the Dean's gonna wake up and have all these bills for like, what's this water damage repair? What's this burn damage repair? What's this window repair? Cremation? What the hell happened? All right. Meanwhile, I need you all to make a spot hidden.
Finally, I passed a freaking spot hidden. Jesus.
Oh.
Let me see my spot hidden. Spot hidden.
Successes and one regular success.
Yes.
We're not trusting the tranquility of this ceremony. Something's up.
You guys why are you guys so paranoid? I mean, just because giant shadow snake monster thing tried to eat you, or your friends the night before. I mean, geez Louise. Oh, okay. Oh, really? Jesus. Okay. Well, geez. You, so you remember this chapel? This is a very small chapel, and of course it has, some stained glass windows on either side, and the doors are shut because they wanted to keep the cold out. There was a small pot-bellied stove to keep everybody warm. But as you were sitting there, through one of the side windows, you see a shadow kind of moving across the stained glass window. Of course, it's opaque and it's distorted, but you see that there's some kind of vaguely humanoid shape coming from, let's say this is the side of the steeple. What the heck happened here? Did my... Wait. Oh, okay, you get... yeah, you guys are basically... We'll see, you guys are... Like I said, this is kind of the middle aisle. Yeah, maybe, you guys... She's in the back row. And we'll say since... see, Vi got a hard success. We'll say she's right here, so she knows the best. And the other two guys are kind of over here. But, yeah, you see there's somebody moving around along the side. As if maybe they're listening. And the guy, the non-denominational priest, keeps talking. What do you guys wish to do?
I make a head gesture to Thomas and Woody, and then towards the reflection, and then I make a gesture kind of to like a nod, but more like pointing to myself, and then I will head gesture to the casket. It's a little too weird that the casket is closed to me, so Violet's gonna inspect that.
All right. The inspect the casket?
Yeah.
Is that what you said? Okay. Yeah. Okay. You sort of walk on over, and then he's wrapping up his speech, anyways. And so oh yes, let us all come and pay your last respects. Remember, should you need. And remember, if your loved one passes, Cypress Hill will be here for all your funerary needs. Yeah. You go ahead and you kind of walk over there and inspect. You could make a spot hidden with a bonus die since you.
7 or 7.
Is that for everybody or just Vi?
Well, Vi, because she's the only one to inspect the coffin.
Oh, got it.
Got it. Yeah. She goes. You see, there is a typically, of course, it's not the most. It's a pretty good casket. You kind of know your way around caskets because you've probably used them from time to time for smuggling purposes. You've probably seen them, but what's it? It has like when they're closed, then they usually put the nail them down, which appears to be what they did. So it appears to be, just a typical thing. Typical.
Is it?
Nothing.
It's latched. It's locked and sealed essentially, or is it?
Yeah, it's locked and sealed, and it's been and it's even been nailed shut and everything. As typical for being buried.
Okay. I sincerely think she's not strong enough to do this, but I want to try. Is it on like a pedestal thingy where if I theoretically threw myself against hard enough, it would fall?
Yeah, it's on kind of a retractable sort of like this is like a retractable like accordion folded sort of thing.
Guys, I don't think his body's in there.
I would like to look further at the mysterious figure that Vi pointed us out to. I'd like to get closer to them.
Sure.
I'll assist with the casket. I have some knives that I can use to pry the nails out as like a makeshift hammer. But
that's great. There's these other people kind of hanging around.
All right.
Carlton,
If I get a sense that Woody's gonna do that, like if he is able to communicate with me that he thinks he can pop it open and check,
yeah,
I will make my way towards the back of the room, kind of like as Tommy's leaving. I'm got some distance behind him, and I will trip and fall and just make a big spectacle about being very, very hurt. And as soon as Tommy turns around, I'm going to throw my head back so no one can see it. I will give him a wink, and then I will go back to just wailing and crying as if I am severely hurt, because our doctor friend isn't here.
Go ahead and make a persuasion roll to see if you distract him well enough.
Success.
Okay. So, you are so go ahead. The roll you want to make a roll to just kind of. I mean, you're basically if you make a stealth roll with the bonus die, you can pop it open without anyone noticing. Meanwhile, shadowy figure begins to move along towards the exit from the outside, of course. And he begins. You can kind of see the shadow move, and then you can see like where there's a little bit of a gap in the doorway, the two double doors that lead to the outside, and you can see that there's something blocking it now, as if maybe someone is standing at the doorway.
So this mysterious person tried leaving and got blocked, or they left the building and now the door's blocked?
No, they were outside trying to peek through the windows, and now they're at the doors outside. They're still outside, but they're at the double doors that the front of the chapel.
I'm gonna try giving it a push.
All right. It starts to open. When it does, the you know what? I'm gonna make a. Go ahead and make a stealth. Make a stealth roll to see if you were able to do it with him before he noticed, like he got close enough.
Sure, I'll do a
To
stealth.
tip him off. Otherwise, you surprise him. You open it up, and there you'll surprise him.
Yeah, well, I'm not great at stealth, so here we go. Nope.
Oh yeah. You open the door, and only to see a figure with a fedora and a dark, long trench coat running down the path away from the funeral. So unless you want to give chase.
Yeah, I'm gonna give chase.
Woohoo! All right, cool. All right. Meanwhile, did you make your stealth roll, Woody? Yes, you did.
I did,
Okay,
yeah.
you are able to pry it up enough to see in there just enough light, and you do see Jackson's hand, and you see
Okay.
I mean, it's not a full-on. The wound is still fresh. I mean, not fresh, but it's dried, and it's haphazardly put, because he didn't want to be buried right away anyway. So it's not like they really tried to they had time to sit there and make him look really good.
Yeah, but I can confirm that he is in there right now.
Oh yeah, that's him for sure.
Okay. I'll let it close back up, and then meet back up with Violet.
Carlton Ramsey begins to try to console Violet. No, young lady, it's all right. Please, hear me. I know this is hard. He's a childhood friend of yours, and then this other guy goes, "Oh, you're a childhood friend of Jackson?"
Yes, I knew
meanwhile-
him really well.
With that, you also notice out of the corner of your eye that Woody or Thomas has pushed open the doors and has run out. And everyone kind of gets hit with a blast of cold air. This lady with the notepad begins. She's looking as if she doesn't know which way to go exactly. In fact, she kind of sits back and watches. Interested to see the turn of events before her. Meanwhile, Thomas Masters. Okay, Thomas Masters, we got to make our favorite. What's your movement?
My movement is... Let me find that for you. My movement rate is 8.
Yes, 8. Okay, so you have. All right, we better use a little thingy here. Sorry, movement rate is 8. Okay, so go ahead and make your con roll.
Okay, Constitution. extreme success.
You are right on him, like right behind him. In fact, he looks behind you. Looks behind you for a second, and then he sees you, and he's like, "Oh man!" And so he's like, for a guy with horrible dexterity. Anyways, so we'll do token back. Yeah. So this is the guy, shifty looking kind of guy. He's running. You're running. Here, let's put your thing right here. And you are really, really close to him, but not enough to grapple yet.
Okay, I mean, I'm still chasing, and I'm just gonna,
All right.
you know, as I'm chasing, getting close to him, I'm just gonna shout, you know, like, NYPD, stop running.
And then he turns around for a second with a gun in his hand.
Oh, okay.
And he goes, bullshit. You can make, what's your dex?
My dex is 40.
40. Okay, so he's got way better dex than you. Okay, so you need to you can do a dodge to not get shot.
Well, here we certainly try to dodge. No.
Okay, so he gets to try to shoot you. Hey. You dodge, so you still dive for cover. And he shoots at you. Roll a... No, I'm just going to go straight percentile because I don't have it statted out yet. Just know that 50 or less is a hit. He has a 38. You guys hear a gunshot.
Yes.
What the fuck? Meanwhile, but you had to dive. You had to dive under dive for cover under a tombstone, and he keeps running.
And if I could dive and like pull out my own revolver, I totally do.
Oh yeah, you can do that. But what do you want to do? You could try chasing him down. You could try shooting him, or it's up to you. Or what do you want to do?
I want to try and shoot him, and then I'm gonna try and take chase again.
All right. You see, he is now, because you had to dodge. Yeah, you basically have to make a. You could do a strength or a dex roll, whichever one you want, to try to push yourself closer. But go ahead and try to shoot first.
Okay. Watch this be the... Listen, the last time I was in a chase, I missed all my shots.
Do you want to do a called shot?
No, I'm just going to try and pop him, right in the back. So, last time I was in a chase, all my shots missed. I'm in a chase again. Watch my shot miss. It's going to end up happening. Hard success.
Yes, because we're here.
So you should have done a hard success. All right, no. You could have done a called shot. Oh, 8 damage. Ouch.
And you said I could do dexterity or strength and try and push myself closer?
Well, let me make a roll first, because you just, like... Oh, God, yeah. He needs to make a roll here to avoid passing out right now. What's he got? He's got okay, 65 or less. Okay, he made it. So, yeah, you can make a. If you make a strength roll, you can get close enough, and then the next turn you could try to grapple him.
All right, I'll try strength.
Yep. You pull. You're like right behind him. Meanwhile, go ahead. What do you guys want to do? You hear the gunshot. The reporter, these guys are like, what the hell was that? The priest is like, well, I have to go now. He's like...
I think Woody's going to speak up and say, something weird is going on. I'm not sure how familiar you all are with the circumstances of Jackson's death, but I think it may serve a greater good if we shared some of what we knew.
Yeah, but somebody's shooting out there. Shouldn't we worry about that first? This seems like a strange time to have a conversation. What do you want to do, Violet?
I will actually back up Woody on this. And I will get to my feet and kind of dust myself off and say, there's no need for alarm. Who is out there is a trained and experienced individual. I'm sure it's nothing, but due to the circumstances at hand, we do need to ask you all a few questions.
Meanwhile, like I said, you are about because you attempting to grow. He actually has he has higher dex than you, anyways, because he's armed. But this is the thing: you basically are point blank range or melee range, so you can defend yourself with a dodge or fighting against his shot.
Okay.
And he doesn't get the point blank range bonus because now he's like, it's like when you fight in melee combat.
So is defending with a fight a brawl?
Yes.
Okay, I'll try that.
You can use your brawl to defend against his shooting you.
Yeah. I'll give that a shot right here.
And he's got a...
Nope.
Oh, well, we both failed.
So I don't...
You're like...
I don't dodge, but he also misses.
Yeah, your turn.
Well, if it's my turn...
Yeah.
He's bleeding. I just shot him.
Yes.
I'm gonna try and rip him to the ground.
All right. Go ahead and make a fighting roll. He can also make a fighting roll.
All right, well, here's my brawl again. Probably
his
not
brawl
great.
is 55.
Nope.
I failed mine.
Well, I could spend some luck, but I'm running low. I'm running... Well, that's not a lot of luck. Hold on. How much luck would I need to spend?
All you have to do is spend 3 points.
Oh, yeah, I'll do that then.
You like, and he falls over in the snow, and he's like, and it's like his gun falls into the snow, and he can't. He's like, damn it!
I'm like knee on his back, and I'm just like, stay down.
Self-defense. Yeah.
Self-defense.
So you. Yeah. Well, he's like, He's like, yeah, you can cuff him or whatever.
Yeah, I'll cuff him, and if he's still bleeding, I'll try a first aid to just patch him up so he doesn't bleed out on the snow.
Okay. Good, make a first aid roll.
These have gone great, my first aids. No.
But he's not. I mean, he's bleeding around, but.
Yeah, I just prop him up onto like a tombstone, and I'm in his face. He's cuffed, and I'm like,
yeah, you can drag him back to the chapel.
Well, I'm not dragging him back to the chapel. I'm
or
just
wherever you want to go.
Yeah, I'm propping him up like against like this tombstone outside, and I'm just sitting with him, and I get in his face, and I'm like, why are you staring from the windows? What's your connection with Jackson Elias?
He's like, you can go ahead and try to make an intimidation roll. You're gonna need a hard one to do it, though.
I'll certainly try.
Actually, no, you can do a regular one.
Nope.
All right. You see, he spits out a little bit. You ain't got nothing on me, buddy. You ain't got me, Mr. Big Shot Detective. This ain't New Paltz, pal. This is the city. I got friends everywhere.
I want to start looking through his pockets.
All right. You pull through his pockets in additional ammunition. You also pull out a wallet, the contents of which show a New York City policeman's detective badge. And anybody mind taking a break for 10 minutes?
Sure.
We can definitely take a break.
How much ammo do I get?
Oh, from him?
Yeah.
He has. In addition to his gun is still in the bushes. But yeah, he's got a refill, so he's got 6. For a 38 revolver, though. What do you have?
I have a 45. But you know what? It sounds like he just gave me a revolver.
Yeah, well, it's in the snow somewhere, but you can find it. Yeah, okay. Let's go on a quick little break, and we will have a quick little.
All right, so meet back on the 40 mark.
Let's do it.
All right, be back on the 40.
And last we left, you were all in the two investigators, Woody and Vi, in the chapel, discussing things with the different characters. And you have not actually formally met each other yet. But before we do that, Thomas Masters, what's your spot hidden?
My spot hidden is, once I get to it, it is 64.
Shit, that's good. All right. So you're trying. This guy's laughing at you. He's bleeding out, but he's like, yeah, he says, "You're from New Paltz. You think?" He goes, "Yeah, we know. We got your number, man. We got your number, fella. Yeah, we know all about it. You and your friends, that pretty little wife of yours, and your kid or two. It's not that far away for a couple of my friends to go up there on a train."
He's in the middle of talking, and I put the final bullet in my revolver into his head.
Oh, shit. Jesus. There's blood all over the snow. As you do that, I need you to, I'm going to roll it. Never mind. Actually, you go ahead and make a listen roll.
Okay, as I execute this man.
Another one bites the dust. You see several yards away, among the tombstones, another figure clad in a trench coat, and he is running away through the tombstones. You hear the sound of hurried crunching sounds of snow, and he's pretty far away. And he's running among the tombstones. But if you were to attempt to shoot him, you would have a couple penalty dice to the shot.
I would need to reload my gun first, but
okay. So now he's even farther away.
Yeah, I'm letting him run. This guy, this corrupt piece of trash brought up my wife and kid, and so in the middle of his talking, I just I'm pacing back and forth, and he mentions my wife and kid. And I just turn on him and just execute him while he's laying back against the tombstone, and then I would like to try and find his own revolver to pick it up.
All right, you know what? Just make a spot hidden to see how long it takes. Okay, you managed to find it pretty quickly.
And what type of revolver is it?
It is a 30. It's a typical 38 service revolver.
Okay, and it's got one reload's worth, right?
Yep, and you've got the detectives. You've got his homicide junior detective badge. It's got, his police number. His name is, his last name is Peck. He is
32 revolver, right, for the item?
Yes, no, sorry, not 32, 38. Sorry.
Okay.
A 38. So it does 1d10.
Is there a 38 in this list?
Should be in there somewhere. 38 revolver. It's basically the same as your gun. It just does 1d10 instead of 1d10 plus 2. It's like a notch below you.
So I'll just add another 45 revolver, but edit it.
Yeah. You can just edit, but 38. I think the damage. It might. I mean, I'll adjust it later, but it's pretty much exactly like your 45, except that it doesn't do the plus 2. Yeah. So, meanwhile, back in the temple, you hear another shot, and this little guy's like, I don't know. This seems all rather unsafe to me. I mean, I mean, oh boy. And then this guy, the Carlton Ramsey's like, look, sir. Look, Kensington, I know. You know, okay. Oh, that's funny. It's not on there. As it listed character, but I do.
Be like, okay, look, I'm gonna peek outside, and then I'll prove to you that you have nothing to worry about. Oh, I can't grab my token. But I'm gonna poke my head outside and see my friend. Everything's gonna be fine.
And sure enough, you stick your hand out. You stick your head out, and you see Woody. You see Dean. Dean. Jesus. Masters.
Dean.
Dean. Tommy. Walking back towards the chapel.
Yeah, I don't know about walking back, but you would definitely see him standing there, like, just brooding over a tombstone, and if you looked further, there would be a body.
Yeah,
You're
well, you
lighting
ran
up
quite a
another
ways
shot.
away. It's kind of up and around the corner, you know. Sort of it's the opposite of the way that you guys walked into that chapel. He obviously had like a hidden, you know, he must have parked somewhere else and then kind of surreptitiously came in there. Through a little pathway.
Does Tommy look like he's lining up another shot?
No.
No? Okay.
He went and found the gun and everything, so by the time
okay.
he did all that, the other guy ran off.
Got it. Okay. And I'll be like, hey, Tommy, everything good? Yelling at him.
He would I think currently as his back is turned, he would be taking this guy's wallet.
Yeah, he's got it.
And then he would just turn around with like a cold look on his face and begin walking back to the chapel.
It's got 30
Okay, I'm gonna turn to everybody inside the chapel. He's giving me the thumbs up. Everything's good.
Everything's just fine. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. What was all that business? Carlton goes, trust me, as an attorney, it's been my experience that you shouldn't ask. It's called plausible deniability. Yes,
As there is an attorney here, I think it's very prudent that we all sit and have a conversation about the stuff that we know about our dear friend Jackson. I think it would be good if we got everything on record.
Okay. Well, that sounds like a great idea. But, you know, we should probably do this somewhere else. We can go to my office.
You mean go out in the frigid cold? No. When Thomas Masters gets back in here, we'll just shut the door. We'll do the interviews here. We're already here. We're somewhere warm. We're already collected. And we can just be on our merry way after we're all done talking.
Sure, okay. Sounds good to me. Look, I already know for most of you already. Then Jarton and shit. So this is Jonah Kensington. This was Elias's publisher. Oh, these are the old childhood friends. I'd heard he was trying to find you guys. This is Jonah Kensington, his publisher at Prospera House. And this is my niece, Willa. She's like, hi. And then, no sense in pretending, Rebecca. We know it's you. Yeah, you caught me, guys. Yeah, my name's Rebecca Schotzenberg. She's a nosy reporter. I wouldn't recommend really talking to her. I don't know. Looks like maybe my theory was right. Sounds like to me maybe the Harlem Hacksaw is got friends.
I mean, you're speaking like you have some knowledge. I think you and I should talk. I mean, I may not know much about this Harlem murderer person, but I've got some pretty good juicy stories from areas that people wish they had information about. Maybe we could trade some.
Well, she goes, all right. Look, I've been trying to find this your friend, Mr. Elias. He was onto something, and I think me and him and I had our paths kind of crossed. I think we were after the same thing. I knew that, that this guy, the Harlem Hacksaw, this guys that he killed these guys were rich, poor, the victims were all sorts of different places. And I couldn't figure out, how he got from place to place. This guy was supposedly an itinerant, a hobo. Supposedly lost his marbles in the Great War. Which is, a lot of guys did. But this is the thing. Where did he get his money? Where could he afford to live? Who was putting him on the payroll? Somebody paid this psycho. And then when I heard about the way they were being mutilated, the police kept it out of the papers, but I managed to work my way, pay the right people to find out what's going on. And it seems really weird. Every time one of these guys got killed, even if they maybe had a witness or two, they suddenly recanted, or they suddenly forgot what they saw.
I'm sure you and I both know a liar when we spot one. Do you know if do they look like they legitimately forgot?
Oh, no. You know what?
Are they lying
all
through
of
their
these
teeth?
all of these guys, they came from that's just it. All these, no matter where it was, the detectives that took the case were all from the same division. One down in Harlem.
What division?
The 2-1.
The 2-1 division?
Yeah, down in Harlem.
Interesting.
Same one. Yeah.
Hmm.
Anyways, I was digging around, and sounds like maybe I was gonna I tried to get a hold of Elias, but I had trouble finding him. He'd been here for a month, and I was trying all over the place. But I think the police were looking for him too.
Why would the police be looking for him?
Come on. Well, either one, they think they think he's a criminal, which there's no evidence of that, at least from what I can tell. Two, it means somebody was paying them to find Mr. Elias, at least to figure out where he was at.
I think I can confirm that second theory. Our stranger was one of Manhattan's own.
Oh, you realize when you look at the badge number, or the division number, it's actually located in Harlem.
Well then, yeah, I'll say that, and I'm like, yeah, Harlem precinct.
Oh,
I just wanted to have a friendly chat with him, and then he tried to put a hole in me. So it seems that our strangers in the police force aren't exactly, I don't think they wanted to be friendly with Jackie.
You might be right.
Well, it sounds like we've got a bit more direction, but so you were looking for information on the killer, and you thought Jackie may have some?
Well, he's been looking around, and he thought that maybe, some kind of cult killing, but I was thinking it was a different angle. I think these guys were just smugglers, and they were just using this whole cult imagery thing to scare the locals, the guys from the old country. Put the fear of the voodoo on them and all that. Just so that, but
What kind of stuff do you think they were smuggling? The liquor's one thing, drugs are another, but what do you honestly think they were smuggling that they'd have to scare the wits out of people?
Well, that's just it. I can't seem to figure it out. I mean, they, drugs, opium, but from Africa. What's from Africa? And then they were getting this weird stuff from England that was being sent to Australia. Anyways, I paid a guy who worked at the pier, kind of looked around. Says what was in there? There were no drugs. It wasn't opium. It wasn't anything. Just a bunch of weird looking parts, metal parts. For
Machinery?
A machine, I guess. Yeah.
Huh. Do I know, because of my connections, do I know what kind of drugs could possibly come from Africa?
Yes. Go ahead and make a education roll.
Sure.
Education is this button.
Hey, tell me all the drugs. That is exactly what I needed to get an extreme success too.
Well, it's interesting because they definitely do take they definitely are definitely have a lot of drugs that come in. Although supposedly there is some local brew known as changa. There's also something called bong. Hold on, let me see what it's paste. Hold on. An edible preparation made from leaves of the cannabis plant. Although originally from India, they would use it for ritualistic purposes.
Interesting. And then I will, in the exchange for information, I will regale her with one of my tales from Louisiana about one of the first speakeasies that I worked with and the types of things that I would see come in and out, and then regale her with a tale of how I beat the crap out of somebody. So that's my exchange of information is here's what I dealt with when I first started working at a speakeasy. Here's the things that happened, and here's how I handled it. And then you can move on to somebody else.
Great. What about you, Woody?
I'm listening to all this, and I say, it looks like you're in the business of information too. I think we have some contacts that we can hopefully exchange information on. I have some information that may be interesting to a reporter such as yourself. Some connections in the criminal underworld, if you will.
Oh, excellent.
Information on some dons like Don Bonino, Don Rosario. If you're interested in a trade.
Yeah, I certainly could use break any kind. Hey, I'm always willing to follow a story. Look, maybe we should, work together.
I think that
Figure out
could
what's
be
going on with this
interesting.
place.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Jonah's like, I'm really not comfortable in this area. Look, you guys are obviously good friends of Mr. Elias, of Joel Jackson. Look, I don't have anything on me now, but if you guys, it sounds like maybe you trusted him. Maybe you were good friends with him. And look, he has some of his notes. I mean, when he was off on all gallivanting all over the world, he would send me notes from time to time. I got them stored in my office. You should come by Prospero House sometime. See, today's a Saturday, so I'll be there Monday morning. For sure. You should come over, and I think maybe you guys could look over that stuff. Rebecca also offers if you would rather have her do it.
I think it might be best if we all looked it over. We can take Dean with us when he's feeling better.
Got it. Meanwhile, you also have Carlton is also like, look, I think it's best if we might want to leave. I mean, I know I heard something out there, and I really don't want to. It's best if I don't really witness anything. That way, in case you guys do end up in jail, I can bail you out. He goes, also, I think I'll just. Besides, I have to go get ready for the reading of the will later this afternoon. I can
All right.
honestly say that the three of you are mentioned in the will as well. We could all go together if that would be better.
Yeah, I'd say we get out of here.
Okay, and with that, you
I'm
guys.
gonna whisper to Tommy. I want to see if I can't hire some people off the street to help dig a hole in this weather. I suspect there was a reason.
You could try, although like I said, they're like, ground's kind of frozen right now.
Well, I mean, for $50.
$50 in pneumonia. Yeah, you could make a persuasion, a hard persuasion roll.
Hard persuasion roll. Who knows? Maybe it'll work, maybe it won't. Okay, it doesn't. Okay, so that failed. Trying to persuade people with money. What? $200 in today's money? That's not good enough.
They're just like, you can't do it. That's what I'm saying. It's like, unless you can, find a bulldozer.
Yeah, maybe there's a construction person.
He goes, well, he'll, the guy, the gravedigger goes, yeah, maybe I know a guy, but it's going to be a while. It'll probably take a couple of days.
Well then.
Meanwhile, yeah, so that's basically you have the reading of the will coming up. You do have Prospero House is available as a place. The nice thing about shooting a corrupt cop means is that no one will go to the police, so that's always good. Meanwhile, yeah.
I say we go to the reading of the will. That's where we should go.
All right.
I think so.
Can
I convince the person overlooking the morgue? Can you store this then until a person can come dig through the snow and leave it unlabeled?
I think they were going to store them anyways for the springtime.
Oh yeah, but I want them unlabeled.
Okay. That works. Sure thing, pal.
Okay.
Oops.
Okay, yeah, we can go.
All right, so you he takes you back over to he's up there in Harlem, so that's kind of where his office is, and he then proceeds to find he has a secretary in there, and she quickly makes some coffee and things like that and keeps you guys warm. And as you he goes, look, this is the thing. Before you guys came here, I didn't want to say too much in front of the reporter and everything. It's just the three of you, by the way. He goes, I just want you to know that we she also tells you she's at a place she's at a place called the Scoop. Wait. Nope, never mind. That's not the Scoop. That's the wrong chapter. Whoops. We don't know that. Okay. Anyways, yeah. So he hands you he says, look. I'm trying to find the...
If we're about to do the reading of the will, this seems like an important moment. Should we do this next session when we have Dean?
Yeah, why don't we do it until He does hand you one thing before he goes. Before I begin, I do want to hand you something. And with that, he hands you handouts. Yeah. He does read this. He goes, well, Jackson asked me to read this letter before he did anything else. And I will put it in all your journals, and we'll read this, and then we will. A letter from Jackson, written in his own hand. If the damn thing wanted.
Oh boy, I can't read any of that.
Yeah, this is interesting. Do you have the translated letter?
Yeah, what the hell? And now it's not even. Oh, there. What the?
Greetings
What did I
from
do?
beyond the grave. By now you know that we all. You now know that all I've really left you is a whole heap of trouble. If I were still around to have an opinion in the matter, I would understand if you decided to walk away from it all. Hell, if I'm dead right now, that's a good indication I should have done the same. But you know me too well, and I know you too well. If you were the kind of person who always did the reasonable...
I have the book. Okay, I know.
Oh,
I found
man.
it in the book. I
That's-
know, right? I'm like, at least could they have at least put it in a normal text so like I could cut and paste it on there? You know, so. Goofy,
I mean, I like
right?
it. It's very
It's-
theatrical, but jeez.
Very the immersion. Yeah, but they should at least had a clearly texted, Yeah, I know. There's in the older edition. There's like a letter you find from Silas, and it's like looks like it was written by a third grader, and you couldn't even read. It was like, what the. By now, you know that all really left is whole heap of trouble and so on and so forth. You have been there when I needed you in the past, and I hope you will again, even if it's too late for me. I've been pulling threads all over the world, and while most of them are still unraveling, and I still think I'm onto something big. Carlton and Jonah can fill you in on the other details for you. I left some of my papers and notes with them, which should help you work out which hornet's nests you need to proc next. I trust you to bring my killers to justice. Of course, I'm assuming I was murdered. It will be just plain embarrassing if I was run over by a trolley car. Follow my investigation to its bloody ends and seek out the truth. I'm not asking you to finish my book. None of you can write worth a damn. Your friend always, Jackson. And with that, he, Carlton pulls from behind the desk. He pulls out a very small, very shiny, ornate, not really ornate, but a nice, really polished, well varnished little box that has a little latch on it. He looks at Thomas Masters and goes, he left this for you, sir.
Is this where we're gonna cliffhanger?
No, you can open it right now.
Oh, okay. Well, I will. Well, no, I feel like this is big. I feel like everyone.
No, it's not. It's trust me, it's fine.
Okay, then I'll open it.
Roll sanity. No, it's kidding. Just kidding. Just you open it up, and there, nestled in a fine velvet inlay, is a small slingshot. With a note that says, I told you I'd bring it back someday. There you go.
How dare you? How dare you do that? How dare
What?
you? Aw. Oh, just
It's all about psychological torture. That's the really. Okay. Oh, that's awesome. Okay, so yeah, we will continue next week. I actually will be. Looks like Thomas, not Dr. Dean and I. Looks like we have a preliminary date kind of planned for the solo adventure. So when I figure we get a little more figured out, may need someone to record it for us if you want.
Perfect. Can do.
And with that, I will see you in 2 weeks.
Great. Great game as always. For now, everybody say goodbye to YouTube.
Bye, YouTube.
Bye, YouTube! Woo!
Bye, YouTube. Happy dungeon
will.
delving, everyone.